Hello everyone, I'm Todd Hilton from Nowhere Video Productions, and I thought I would make a video on the two VHS camcorders that I currently own. One of them I've had for a couple of years, and this one was featured in one of my previous videos, and I bought this camera on eBay for 15 bucks plus shipping. It even came with the original case, so that's cool. It's also Panasonic, which is actually one of the brands that I prefer because I've been using it for well over 25 years now. And this is just a basic VHS camcorder. This is a model AG-187, and there's nothing overly special about it. I mean, it certainly looks its age, but I can tell you that the thing actually works. Everything on it works. It even came with the little light that attaches to the hot shoe up on top here. It came with the AC adapter. It did not come with a battery, and from what I've heard recently online, a lot of people that are in search of VHS camcorders in order to produce period correct video pieces for their projects. The biggest problem right now is finding batteries for these things. Because the batteries are so old, they don't last forever. They do have a lifespan. And eventually, just like any other battery, they'll die out and they'll no longer take a charge. However, you can still find brand new batteries for these things. They're a little expensive, I'll give it that. I was able to find another battery online that fits this camera, and I paid about $35 for this battery, and it's brand new. Because I got the power supply for this camera, this particular model, which is an AG-B21, this one has the battery slot in the top, and you can slide your battery right in there to charge it. No extra cables needed. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. Now, last summer, I happened to be strolling through a Goodwill, and it's one of those places you never know what you're going to find. It's like going through an antique store or a junkyard. You never know what you're going to run across. And I happened to run across this camera here. In fact, it still has the price tag on it from when I bought it. Now, this one also came in the original case, the original hard plastic case. You know how much I paid for this thing? $13.99. It says electric, $13.99. This camera here, the one that I took a chance on, this is a Panasonic AG-195. Which is the VHS equivalent to the AG-455, which was the SVHS model. This one has basically all the same functions and features that the AG-455 does. This is just the VHS counterpart. This was part of Panasonic's Pro line, which is more or less a prosumer series, not necessarily big time like commercial TV station, but a higher level than the average consumer would buy. So it's kind of a hybrid, which they referred to as a prosumer. I saw it, I opened the case, and I'm looking at it. It didn't have an AC adapter, didn't have a battery, and it had a tape inside. $13.99. You know what? To heck with it. For 14 bucks, it's worth it to grab it and hold on to it until I can get a power source for it. So I've had it in my possession for several months, and I finally got the battery for this camera. I actually bought the battery for this camera, but coincidentally, it fits the other camera too. So win-win. Well, I popped the battery in here. Now remember, this thing has been completely dead for months, and who knows how longer before I actually got a hold of it. Well, it turns on. it opens. This is the actual tape that I found in it, and once I was able to look at the cassette itself, I realized that this was a brand new, unused cassette. So we got it open, got the tape, load the tape in, got it closed. Okay, so far so good. Now, we push it into the record position from the back. Okay, it gets it ready to record. Okay. Sounds okay. Well, now it's making some kind of god-awful noise. And to be honest, I have no idea what's making that noise. It's getting faster and faster and faster. I'm sure you can hear it. And I thought, oh my God, what is wrong with this camera? I know a lot about video, and having worked with video for so long, so many years, but I'm not a technician. I know how to do certain things with tapes, but as far as camcorders, it's almost a foreign object to me. So I have no idea what's causing that. It sounds like the capstan is spinning out of control. Or it sounds like something's stuck in there and it's keeping it from spinning, because when I turn it off, it comes screeching to a halt, literally. So I don't know if any of you out there might possibly know what that is. The thing is, I spent 14 bucks on the camera. I took a chance, and I figure, you know, the worst that can happen is I wasted 14 bucks on a camera that doesn't work. But it was worth the risk to see. The funny thing is, the nearest I can tell, this camera does work, but it's extremely noisy. If you were to actually use this camera to make a recording, you would have to have some kind of external microphone plugged into it, because otherwise you're going to hear that nasty noise. So I push record, and the counter's moving. It says record. Is it working? Well, one way to find out, I'm going to let it roll here for a few seconds here, and then I'll throw it in my other machine and see if it actually works. Or I just realized I can play it back in the camera. So maybe the camera's just noisy? I don't know. You got me. I've used a lot of cameras over the years. I've never run into one that was making noise like this. I really have no idea what it is, if it can be fixed, if it's even worth fixing. But, all right. So I'm going to pause it. Now, even though I paused it, the capstan is still, the drum is still spinning inside. And it does that because that is a quick function for playing and recording. So when you put it into playback and record mode, it makes it automatically able to play. Older models didn't have that. When you pressed record, it would physically have to load the tape before it would start recording. With this feature, as soon as you put it into that mode, after a few seconds, it's ready to record right then and there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this tape out, and I'm going to put it in my big machine, and let's see what it actually looks like when another machine plays it. Let's check it out. All right, we've got our tape loaded, and our volume is way too loud. All right, let's see what we got.
And then I'll throw up my other machine and see if it actually works.
Oof.
Or I just realized I can play it back in the camera.
Wow.
Maybe the camera's...
It's produced a very off-color result. It looks washed out in the upper left corner. There's definitely some mechanical issues with that camera. You know, it's too bad because that 195 is definitely the superior model over the other camera. But yeah, this thing is not looking good at all, and it sounds terrible.
I'm going to let it roll here for a few seconds here, and then I'll throw it in my other machine and see if it actually works.
All right, so concluded. This camera is crap. You know, it just occurred to me that if I wanted my footage to look like absolute garbage, then maybe this is the right camera for the job. I mean, I paid 14 bucks for it. I didn't know what I was getting. I paid twice as much for this stupid battery just to find out that this camera is complete garbage. But you know what? Maybe there's a situation where I want that look and I want it legit without using effects. And here you go. So now I got a camera here that shoots decent VHS video for something that I want to look like VHS but not complete garbage. And then I have this one if I want it to look like complete garbage, run through a blender. So either way, I've got options. And those are my two VHS camcorders. I use these whenever I need to record something on VHS because I want it to look like real VHS, and I want the real deal, not a post-production after effect. I want the real thing. So hope you found that interesting, and I want to thank you for watching. My name is Todd Hilton. I'm the founder of Nowhere Video Productions. If you have not done so, please subscribe to Nowhere Video Network. That is Nowhere Video Productions' exclusive channel on YouTube. Also, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Once again, I'm Todd Hilton. I want to thank you for watching.